Hey, this is Nikki, and today I will be talking about what an artist would need to know about smoke in order to render it correctly. First off, let me tell you how awesome smoke really is for an artist. Smoke can help you tell a story by giving the audience information about the environment, showing what point of time is being depicted, what kind of fire is happening, and can give the audience clues on what is burning. Okay, so there are 4 basic properties of smoke you should consider: volume, velocity, density, and color. The volume of smoke tells you how much smoke there is in a given area. If you are rendering a scene, you need to take into account what space the smoke is in. If, let's say, a McDonald's is on fire, the smoke will probably engulf the whole building. But if it's in a place like Walmart, it would take a really big fire for that whole place to be filled with smoke. Next is velocity. Velocity is really important to show, especially if you're doing an animation. There are 2 main smoke flows that will make or break your scene: turbulent and laminar. Turbulent is when smoke is leaving at a high velocity and is rising rapidly. You can usually find turbulent smoke flow nearest the fire. Laminar is when smoke is being pushed slowly out of the building and gradually sinks. By showing velocity, you can generally tell where the fire is in the building. Velocity can also help show when a flashover is about to occur. A flashover is when a room or building ignites into flames, basically exploding. Usually, when smoke is leaving at a high velocity is when a flashover is about to occur. As you can see in this picture, the smoke is showing you where the source is. The turbulent smoke flow is coming out of the garage, while the laminar is coming out of the side of the building, which likely means the source of the smoke is coming from the garage. Density. So, density is basically the thickness of smoke. It tells you how big and how hot the fire is. The hotter the fire, the denser the smoke. And while velocity can help you understand much about a fire, of like how hot and where, density can tell you how bad things are going to be. Color. Smoke color tells you the stage of heating and what is burning. This is important for like a visual development artist or illustrator who wants to show a certain time of the fire. Usually at the very birth of a fire, smoke is generally white, especially if water is present. And if wood is present, it usually turns brownish or tannish. And as materials are further heated, it eventually turns black, especially if there are many chemicals, like plastic. Now let's talk about smoke dispersion. Smoke dispersion depends on atmospheric stability, mixing height, and wind velocity. With atmospheric stability, the more unstable the atmosphere, the quicker smoke will be lifted and dispersed. Here's a chart to help you understand the difference between unstable and stable conditions. Now pay attention to this chart because it will help you understand the difference between doing a night scene and a day scene, what the smoke dispersion will look like. The mixing height is the maximum elevation smoke will exist in the atmosphere. The more unstable the atmosphere is, the higher the mixing height will be. Wind velocity is also important. The faster the velocity, the quicker the smoke will disperse. Here are some examples of good smoke renderings. As you can see, the smoke on the right building correlates with the stage of heating in the building. You can tell that this building has been on fire for a while because of the black smoke. You can also tell that a flashover has already occurred. And in this picture, it's a good example of white smoke versus black smoke. The white smoke is taking place near where the water is engulfing the flames, and also the black smoke is taking place in the building. This is also a good example of how you can show that the wind is going to the right because the smoke is being dispersed to the right of the painting. I hope this video helped you learn how to render smoke better, and remember to always keep in mind volume, velocity, density, and color when rendering. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask your local fireman because they are highly trained in reading smoke. And thank you for watching.